Hello, this is our day one warm up from the first day of school if you missed class. For this warm up, we are just going to go over how to use the calculator. You will need a graphing calculator. You can use the one in class, or you can check one out at the library, or you can purchase one if you would like. The first thing we are going to go over is how to reset your calculator. This is something you are going to need to do before every test. So if we look over at the note packet, step number 1 is reset your calculator. To do that, you're going to hit the second button, the plus sign, and then the number 712. So if you look over on the calculator to the right, we're going to hit second, it's the blue one, and then the plus sign. This is what your screen should look like. And then you're going to hit 7 to reset, 1 all RAM, and then number 2 reset. This is the screen that you are going to have to show me on our test day before I give you your test. That's because I have multiple Algebra 2 classes, so you have to clear your calculator every time before the test. Once that is cleared and you get your test, there are 2 things you need to make sure you turn on. The first one is our scatter plot, which is step number 2. To turn on your scatter plot, you are going to need to push second, y equals, and then we can push enter twice. So we'll do second, y equals, enter, and we want to turn it on, so we'll enter again. Once the on is highlighted and no longer off, you can just hit clear to get out of the screen. After the scatter plot is turned on, we also want to make sure our diagnostic is turned on. To turn that part on, you are going to start by hitting the mode button at the top next to the second. Once you hit mode, this is the screen you should see. And on this, we are looking for stat diagnostic. It's towards the bottom. So if we scroll down to stat diagnostic, right now it says, oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. So next to stat diagnostic, right now off is highlighted. We want on to be highlighted. So you're going to use the arrows to go over the word on. You're going to hit enter, and then that means our stat diagnostic is on. Once you're done with that, again, you can hit clear to exit out of the screen. Okay. Once you've done those 3 things, you reset your calculator, you turned on your scatter plot, you turned on your diagnostic. Now we can start entering our data. So data is going to usually be in the form of a table or coordinate points. To enter data, all we are going to do, and this is shown in step 4 of our notes, we're going to start by hitting stat, and then we're going to hit enter because we want to edit. So if when you push stat, this is the screen that'll show up, and we want to edit. So it's already on edit, that's why we can just push enter. And then you will see these tables on your screen, and there's a picture of it in your notes as well. Once that table is up, then we can start entering our data. So for X, that's going to go in our list 1, Y is going to go in list 2. So on here, we're going to hit 2, enter, 4, enter, 6, enter, 8, enter, 10. And that has all of our X, oh, I put 11, sorry, 10. There we go. That has all of our X values. Then we're going to go over to list 2, and we're going to enter in this data, 7, 5, 4, 2, 1. Once you have all of your points and your data entered, then we're going to hit the zoom button, which is over here listed in our notes. And we want a graph of just the data we have. And if you look at our list, we have no negative x's or negative y's. So we don't need to see the negative x and y axis. We only need to see the positive. So once we hit zoom, we're going to push number 9, which says zoom stat. The reason we are pushing that is it's going to draw our graph fitting the points that we have. And this is a scatter plot. That's all we are going to do today for our warm-up. Our goal was to just look over how to reset the calculator, how to turn on your scatter plot, and how to turn on the diagnostic. These are going to be useful, and you need to know how to do them by yourself when it comes to the test. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.